Yo, what's going on, everybody? Man, it's been such a long time. Man, so I am in Lynchburg, Virginia. Yes, Lynchburg, Virginia. It's about maybe like 4 hours away from my house. It was a nice little smooth road trip with my family. Staying behind me, if you see like next little like shoe. Yes, it's called the Craddock Hotel. It's gonna be kind of intense. It's an award-winning hotel, so I'll be the judge of that. But yeah, we're gonna perform with Tony Craddock Jr. So it's kind of funny that a Craddock is playing at a Craddock. I gotta go set up. It's getting kind of late, but feels good to be back. And the question that I want us to have in mind is, how do you know if you're a good musician? Oh yeah, gotta love it. Setup time. To you, how would you define a good musician?
A good musician is defined as someone who is disciplined, someone who understands the different levels of music, meaning not to always be about them, not to always be about their band, but the vibe, the essence of, where you're playing, the venue. Someone that understands all of that. If it's just something that every gig, I think, it should be building upon something else, right? It should be, let's do great now, and let's do greater later. So, back to it, senor. A great musician or a good musician is one that's disciplined, one that enjoys the music, someone has passion for the music, one that wants to inspire, and one that loves their instrument.
All right, I just finished setting up, and my wife just got us the hotel room that we're staying on, and man, yeah, this place is beautiful. I'm not even gonna front, but yeah, hotel room tour coming at you. Gotta love it. So that room is crazy, but it is time for sound check. I love sound checks. My favorite part.
I would say that a good musician is skillful at their craft, makes decisions that are wise at, like, as far as musically within a performance, is a good business person and a good person and has a great personality and someone that's fun to be around. I mean, I think when I think of a good musician, I think of a well-rounded musician in all areas, someone that's personable, easy to get along with, good with business, who has integrity, and is skillful at their craft. So I know good musicians who may not be the best musician ever, but are a whole package.
Be on time, right? Show up on time. Right, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, the good musician is there for sound check. I think he listens. Somebody who's able to listen and not just zone out and do his own thing, but really connect to the other musicians and play off of other musicians and also have dynamics. So it's not somebody who like bangs at everything, but somebody who's able to bang at something at the right time and just play soft when it's the right time too. So yeah, I think that's right. Yes, there you go. That's how you make a good musician 101. And there you go.
All right, y'all. So we're about to go on and play. Yeah, it's about to be lit. All right, y'all. Peace.
Those days were long, and so now he musician. He has to be well versatile in everything. No limitations to what he can learn, to how far he can go, and every day is a new lesson. There should never be a cap on where you stop learning. You're learning each and every day. There's just no limit. I think that's the all-around best musician is the musician that keeps learning. That's, to me, that describes it. That's what I'm shooting for.
yourself is good. It depends on other folks' perspective on your talent, ability, skill, what have you. But I would say one way to possibly measure it, if musicians that you respect are calling you, or musicians that you respect are legitimately complimenting on your playing, if you respect them and they respect you, then maybe that's a measure of good. But I don't think you can consider yourself good. It has to come from somebody else, preferably somebody else that you yourself look up to.
Yeah, so we're just leaving the hotel. It's better be a nice little trip. You gotta love it. Yeah, man. So I get asked this question a lot, which is, how do you know if you're a good musician or not? Like, seriously, how do you know if you're a good musician or not? It's kind of crazy to hear so many unique answers. Yeah, just getting home, and I'm gonna take everything and back everything up and start editing this video. So, yeah. But let me tell you what I think qualifies a good musician. That is Zoomy Zoomy. It's crazy. Backing up this footage, and it's almost 100 gigabytes. 96.22 gigabytes. Unbelievable. That's crazy. That's crazy. About to edit this video. So listening back to each member of the band, and obviously they play different instruments, it's kind of crazy to listen back to all their perspectives. And obviously they don't play the same instrument as I do, so my perspective is going to be a lot different than theirs. But it's kind of crazy that even though each one had a different perspective, kind of centered into one thing about being somewhat well versed into your instrument, but at the same time being able to listen to others and respect others' opinions about your playing, and always learning and constantly learning and growing. And obviously it's not just about the music that you play, but as well how you get along with each bandmate or any other musician that you get a chance to play with. So what do I think qualifies a good musician? I think a good musician can be considered someone that is obviously feels comfortable in their instrument, but at the same time never too comfortable. So they're always willing to learn and get different perspectives of their instrument, as well, like kind of branch off into learning different instruments to help them in their influence of their own instrument. For example, I am obviously a percussionist, but at the same time I listen to a lot of just kit drummers and bass players that really kind of like help me like add stuff and add a little bit of spice, or add a specific groove, or just a specific pocket pattern to include it in my playing. So a musician that's willing to learn, but at the same time comfortable at least at a specific genre or at a specific level to be able to play it. A good musician is also someone that's responsible, somebody that's always on time or prepared for rehearsal, prepared to play a song, someone that studies their craft and takes it that serious. And it's crazy because I've met a lot of musicians that have awesome technique, crazy ability of playing, but they're just not responsible and don't show up to gigs, no call, no shows, or don't even show up to a rehearsal. And it's kind of like, yeah, you're great and all, you have this ability, but what's going on? And then thirdly, someone that's likable, someone that gets along with the band or along with other musicians. In my case, I play with a lot of different bands, and I have to meet and get along with different characters and different personalities. And you have to try to blend that in and know how to do it, know when to joke around, know who to joke around with, and just kind of, figure that out. And you gotta be likable, man. Yeah, you can play along, but if the chemistry off stage isn't good, the chemistry on stage is gonna reflect that. So that's super, super important when somebody tries to consider you a good musician. And I really like what Tony said. And Tony, obviously he's a great saxophone player and an arranger and composer, and it's he's multi-talented on many levels, but he said something. I don't think one can consider themselves a good musician. I think somebody that you respect, somebody obviously that you consider a good musician, calls you a good musician. I think at that point you can't just be like, yeah, I'm great, I'm good. No, that has to come from somebody else that could qualify you, and I think that has to be somebody that plays at a specific level that you respect as well and consider and admire in some shape or form. But yeah, I just wanted to put this little video together. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a lot different than what I normally do. I know it's not a tutorial. I know it's not even kind of like a behind the scenes. It's very, hey, it's 2020, gotta do different things. I'm gonna try to get back into it and do the tutorials again and kind of, do the regular stuff. But at the same time, I'm gonna be incorporating a lot of new things, new ideas, and things that, topics that, people want to hear. I think when it comes to how a musician should get paid, or how to get the ability to play for gigs and things like that, I think those conversations need to be heard as well, because we got to help each other out. Everybody got to eat. All right, y'all, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.